Kevin thought his heart was done taking risks. Then a stranger smiled at him in a rainy bookstore. One glance, and everything he had buried stirred again. He didn't know her name yet, but he felt the danger. Some meetings feel accidental. This one felt like fate, knocking too hard to ignore. Kevin liked his mornings quiet, not because life had always been gentle with him, but because silence gave him room to breathe. Each day began with the same ritual: strong coffee, the hum of the city waking outside his apartment window, and a few stolen minutes before the world demanded more of him. He had learned to live carefully, carrying responsibility in his chest like a steady drumbeat. Love, he believed, was a chapter already written and closed. Then Emma walked into his life on a rainy Thursday. She stood beside him at a small neighborhood bookstore, shaking water from her umbrella and laughing softly at her own clumsiness. Kevin glanced up from a worn novel and caught her smile, easy warm, the kind that lingered longer than it should. When she asked if he had read the book he was holding, he found himself answering more than necessary. Surprised by how natural it felt to talk to her, they began meeting by accident after that. A shared table at a crowded cafe, waiting for the same late bus, passing each other in the park as autumn painted the trees gold. Each time, their conversations grew longer, deeper, drifting from favorite songs to childhood dreams, from simple jokes to quiet confessions. Emma had a way of listening that made Kevin feel seen, not as a man defined by his past, but as someone still becoming. He hadn't expected that. For years, Kevin had kept his heart guarded, built walls from routine and responsibility. Yet Emma slipped through them without trying. She challenged him gently, asking why he always rushed away, why he never spoke about what he wanted, not just what he had to do. With her, he laughed more. He noticed sunsets. He felt lighter, as if the weight he carried had shifted. Emma, too, seemed changed. She told him he reminded her that steadiness could be beautiful, that not every dream had to be loud to matter. She admired his quiet strength, the way he showed up, even when tired, even when no one was watching. In Kevin, she saw safety. In Emma, he found hope. One evening, as winter crept in, they stood beneath streetlights, dusted with snow. The city felt hushed, wrapped in silver. Kevin hesitated, hands buried in his coat pockets, heart pounding harder than any storm. He realized then that this wasn't just companionship. It was the beginning of something he hadn't dared imagine. "I didn't think I had room for this," he admitted softly. "For you," Emma smiled, stepping closer. "Sometimes love doesn't ask for room," she said. "It makes its own." In that moment, Kevin understood that life hadn't closed his story after all. It had simply been waiting. Emma wasn't a plan or a promise he had searched for. She was an unexpected gift, arriving quietly, rewriting his days with warmth and possibility. And as they walked on together through the falling snow, Kevin felt, for the first time in a long while, that his heart was no longer just surviving, it was learning how to hope again.